Alright, so Quinn Pompey and Josh Ibanez here with the polarity of water. Pretty important stuff here. So let's start off here with some of the unique properties of water. It's a pretty special element in our world. Basically, all life couldn't survive without it. And so, what does polarity exactly mean, you're probably asking? Polarity means that there's a difference in charges of the molecules. As you can see here, the top part is positive, the bottom part is negative. The top part is the two hydrogens and the bottom is the oxygen. So, why does this happen? You don't remember Fonkel, don't you? If you don't, you should by now. Fonkel is the most electronegative elements, which means they attract electrons the most. There you go. Alright? Let's move on here to some consequences, right? I'm going to jump ahead here. So, consequences of this is that oxygen pulls valence electrons towards itself, giving a negative charge. The two hydrogens then have a positive charge, making it a polar molecule. Pretty cool stuff. Let's move on to something even cooler. Cohesion and adhesion. These are some more consequences of polarity. Some examples of cohesion that you would see every day are surface tension, which is when the molecules stick to the water molecules stick to each other, forming something you consider like a skin over the water surface. Then you have adhesions, when the water molecules stick to other things, like when they stick to the side of your glass and make like a slight concave depression in your drink. Now, here's something else that's pretty important. Something else that's pretty important here is trees like cohesion and adhesion, right? They get very happy when these black things come out of the tree. That means they're happy. Let's move down here. What happens with trees that's pretty important, that cohesion and adhesion make possible, it's pretty important, is something called capillary forces. Molecular forces cause the movement of water through small spores to allow trees to suck up water and transport it to its leaves. If it couldn't get the water from the roots to its leaves, then it would wilt and not be able to absorb sun and be having a pretty bad time, right? So that's important. Let's go on another subject of why polarity of water just makes it so. It's a universal solvent. You're gonna be right, universal. Okay? Let's give you an example of how it's a universal solvent. In this example, the water molecules form hydration shells around the salts, the individual salt ion, anions and cations, so the chlorine and the sodium. And they form hydration shells around them and separate them, and basically that's what we see when you dissolve something. And you know what? Water's pretty cool, but we just don't have that much time in our lives to just talk only about water. So, hey, see us next time. That's the end.